Hello, good evening. I hope everyone is fine and dandy on this splendiferous Saturday evening, where we are going to be jumping back in to Old World Blues 5.0 and continuing our adventures as the, let's see, the Duchy of Langenberg, the Kingdom of Manitoba, as we now are. So maybe just to recap what happened in the last stream, we started off as the Duchy of Langenberg in this kind of part of the world. Our ruler died, and we were next inherited by Leif Yorkton here. His mission upon taking charge was to essentially usurp his king and take over the kingdom. So we did. So we fought a fairly challenging war against the rest of the kingdom. Ultimately, it was successful, and then we formed the Kingdom of Manitoba in our own image. Since then, we then expanded our borders back to some of the more historic kingdom territories, and we retook a couple of southern states here. And that's kind of where we are. So we've got our sights on a little bit more expansion. At the same time, we're kind of reforming all the duchies within the kingdom to get back to what we think is a proper way of governing ourselves. And yeah, so I'm quite excited to get in and to expand and get more of our absolutely kick-ass knights. So we've got our Mounties, who are our standard boys, and then where is... Here we go, our Special Forces Knights, who are pretty good. They're pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so we've got... This is all the kind of Duchy reform stuff, which I would like to do, but I'm also keen to kick off another war pretty soon. So let's go against... Where do we get... What are they called? Arborg Junta. Where do we get their territory? Show me the Junta. That's completely not what I want. Type to search here. Junta. Down here. Okay. We got a while to go. Alright, we'll go after the blighted people then. Let's do it first, and then when we're at war, we can continue to expand the duchy stuff. Alright, where no one goes anymore. The northern frontier has long held the most treacherous lands across the kingdom. The horrors roaming the neighbouring blighted woods frequently wander into our settlements and wreak havoc. It's time for us to take some responsibility and fight back against these abominations. The journey begins by laying the groundwork for the battles to come. To be honest, I think we're in a pretty strong position. So I'm not expecting much in the way of problems with the Blighted Woods, to be perfectly honest. These might be some quite quick expansions. That's okay. A quick expansion is good. What am I doing? Let's just get our special forces set up on this line to want forward. All 8 of them, please. And then we'll just throw our infantry behind. They may just hold the line, and we'll get our special forces to push. Something like that. We'll see how it goes. What else we got going on? No template for dynamite. Really? Well, we should change that. Let's go our standard troopers. Let's give them demolitions. Our royal knights. Oh, they need lots of stuff. How much green have I got? None. All right, we'll get some more green. And we'll keep expanding them. And then we've got. We've got our militia as well. Right. So yeah, 1 infantry. Oh, get rid of you. 1 militia. And then we've got our military police force. Beautiful. Let's unpause the game. We'll drop down to speed 3 just as we catch up. Now our special forces man here, it's all about the offense. Oh god, we're really short on armor. Oh, a public free military factories. Well, I see one problem that we can solve straight away. So we need armor. We need... No, that's my special forces. We need armor. Lots of armor. Oh my god, we've got loads of factories. Let's go quite heavy into crowd control gear. I want to build up a bit of a backlog so we're gonna need it for all these conquests we do. And that might be the one thing that slows us down. Apart from that, yes, let's get more special forces. We do need to scooch more dynamite. Caravans is fine. Can we do planes? Not good ones. How much plane tech can we get? I'll come back to you in a minute. Leader. Not much. Okay. We can technically go up 1 level. Oh no, they're one-time use. Okay, so these are the best planes we can get. And they're also one-time use. Huh. Alright, well maybe we'll produce a few gliders, which are terrible. But if no one else has anything, then might be better. So maybe we'll up a couple of those. We haven't got any. We've not got any down any vehicle route, which I'm kind of okay with. Okay, and we aren't really using our navy. Okay, you infantryman, you should have gun nut. Better fire team. Oomph. And we might actually put. That's one thing we could do when we get more army XPs. Actually, put fire teams within our divisions because obviously you don't have artillery and stuff. But we've got a few deficits to overcome. First, we were checking out EU. So traditionally, I tend to take rooted in my units, but these guys are going to be more focused on offense, and they are light special forces. So we've got that already. Now we could get the. We could just get the gun nut for you as well. Fire team support, attack and defense 10%, which is it's pretty darn good. And I'm not sure there's anything else which is particularly relevant. I mean, demolitions as well. Now let's get gun nut. We haven't got any demos and people in your squad just yet. Let's do that because we're going to put some demolitions people in your squad as soon as we are able. And you are my militia boy. Militia attack and defense. And yeah, we're going to go fire team and we've got rooted already. Perfect. Okay. And then really these are just a defensive blob and also to give us a higher special forces cap. Okie doke. Okay, special forces, organ, speed, doctrine, research. Okay, I'm just kind of trying to see where we are, see what we need to add. She's a little bit mumbly. Okay, let's go cultural advisor. Critical pop, stability and war sport, nice things. Stability is good. Just more research. I don't feel like we're behind on research. Political power and stability and war support. Research and population. I'm going to grab you, and then, because I quite like the idea of more population. Although our manpower is looking pretty healthy. Even if I do say so myself. How is our material coping? We are fully met our material requirements. I might go. How many have we got left here? 11. I might get a few more civilians just so we're up to 30. I feel that's a nice round number. Where? Oh, we haven't even got our capital region fully decked out. Let's get Yorktown on the go, and then we'll slap in some civilian factories. Okay, that's going to give us a wee bit extra, but they'll disappear when we start building militaries. And then we'll build Langenberg, and then we'll fire some mills in there. We got a lot of industrialization to do in this little country of ours. Good. Dockyards, I don't really care about dockyards. I'm not doing the boat thing. We're not training anyone. And I would like to train some people. Do we just go big with another block of militia? Or do an actual proper block of infantry? Let's maybe go a block of infantry. Let's do 2 of you. And again, I want more to get more special forces. And maybe we'll just do another block of militia as well. Yeah. And then we'll have 2 militia armies, 2 infantry armies. Job's good. And again, we'll put you on red as well. Cool. Decisions. Demand our rightful territories. Who's this from? I don't know whose flag that is. You? Nope. Nope. Don't think so. Roach King. Okay, so that's definitely not us. Just going around our border to see where we might possibly have some foreign claims. Republic of the Three Rivers. You don't exist. Odd. We might click that button, see what it does. Alright, let's click a button, see what happens. We've got some orders to restore, which I would like to do when we get there. Why is the music not playing? We could spend some money for development. Not sure we need that. Scavenging program is fine. We're doing that. None of the rest is particularly relevant right now. Okay, so I think that's probably us up to speed. Any more useful stuff? At least more population and things always seems useful. We've got quite a lot of cash. Yeah, and then let's produce a bunch more infantry armor, sort our garrisons out. Doke. You allied with anyone? No. Alright, cool. So we might take the woods and then relax for a little bit. Let's throw you guys down here just so you're on the border. Other wars. Oh, they lost to the Iron Confederacy. So that was... I forgot what they were called now. The Gateway. Gateway no more. Okay. It's just more wars going on in the world. No concern of ours. How is the unrest? Oh no! So our scavenging team has been eaten by death claws. Disappointing. Okay, we've done that. It's okay. I wonder if we can go... Pacification, we can. That's good. Okay, they can't go control. Let's go pacification. Alright, so we've done that one. Let's grab the Wicked Forest. No one is quite sure of the full extent of the depravity hiding out in the blighted woods. Creatures made by twisted and unforgiving environments and perverted science. Only the most loyal among the knights volunteered for the campaign. And those that shall return home will be celebrated as heroes for the rest of their lives. Those who do not shall be remembered as such for as long as the kingdom stands. To arms. Oh, they're Mirelurks. Okay. Oh yeah, we can send people back out. And anything else we want to produce? I don't think we're using radios. The Fall of the National Guard. Ah, I played through them recently. That's a shame. Okay, we'll leave our planes for just now. Metalworking. Right. That's ahead of time. That's only ever so slightly ahead of time, so we'll grab that one. Get better production. Output. Yeah, go away. Our manpower is fine. Alright. So I don't know if we get any other areas of expansion once we've taken... Well, presumably this bit, that bit, and the Unta, although given that we have claims on this little piece of land, I guess we'll go take all of the Iron Confederacy. Warrior equipment is done. And a light machine gun. So, guerrilla tactics ahead of time. It does improve our enforcer's hardness, which means they'll take less casualties if we get in problems with resistance. So that's not a bad kettle of fish. We'll have to upgrade this. We could get A, but we're not really using it. Oh, we shall improve our dynamite. Now, you. Soft attack 14, defense 4. Soft attack 11. Hard attack. Okay, so you're more hard attack. I think just soft attack's fine. We're going to give them AT rifles and the like. So I'll do this. Alright. We have a war goal. So while we're off at war, let's maybe continue to work on these bits and pieces. And we continue working on the Duchy of Langenberg, because why not? We've started that. The University of Langenberg holds the honour of being the first of its kind within the kingdom to open its doors. Sadly, the onset of the War of the Republican Coalition, so that's the 3 breakaway provinces in the south, would ultimately force them shut. With our grip on the region strengthening, we'd only stand to gain from reversing this historic embarrassment. Okay. Universities are pretty good and all that. Start producing some light machine guns, and we'll go to war. Huzzah! For the kingdom! And we will advance with our special forces. I will give these guys an offensive line, which we may use eventually, just to build up some planning prep. But I think our knights are probably just going to get the job done here. Actually, I'm going to say go, because I don't think they've got enough people on the front line. So I think this is going to be a very short war. There's a few more coming in now. Volatile stock market. Right, I'll keep them the sensible oversight lines. Yeah. Alright. A very straightforward war indeed. Ooh, people are ready. So let's just stick you guys down here, and we'll stick you guys down there. I'm going to have to build new armies for you.
Hello.
A whole new bunch of militia folks. Who can you have? Oh, Eleanor, hello. University of Langenberg is complete. Alright, we can expand the capital. Our gaze has shifted south over the course of a reconstruction effort, and the storied city of Langenberg is long overdue for some love. The latest round of investments aims to offer more employment opportunities across a wide range of sectors. The rest will fall into place. Bunch of people. We change it to old world city type, and we get building slots and a couple of factories. Let's keep Eleanor for our next unit, so we can have any one of these guys. Attack defense, chance to get sick, division recovery. Let's give this guy, he looks cool. He's not as good. I don't care, he looks cool. That's the kind of... That's the levels we're going for. We'll just start by giving him the militia attack defense. Cool. Let's throw you on... Doesn't really matter, I suppose. Let's throw you on this border for the sake of throwing you on a border. And we can say that you and you guys drop, you're going to join them.
Hello.
I'll make you kind of that orangey brown as well. That can be our militia colour. And of course, if they end up in the same place, it's going to be mildly confusing, but it's fine. And I'm going to throw in some offensive lines just so we get planning prep in case we need it. Right. That war is pretty much done. We can get some more doctrines. I don't want either of those two, so we'll skip that for now. Primitive radio. Can we get circuitry? We can. Research speed. And there goes the Blighted Woods. We get some Mirelurks. Not sure I want those. But we do get the land. Thank you. Alright.
Sir.
So next up is going to be these fine gentlemen here. Okay, we can add some more people. Ooh, an economic resurgence. I think I was going to go, oh, political power and research with Professor of Everything. I mean, sounds good, doesn't it? I know research is not the be-all and end-all for us at the minute, but it sounds pretty good. Oh, so we have 2 trade places now. Okay, why not? We'll spend money to develop places. Where's my trade button? Here it is. How many routes can you have? A few. Why don't you go to Regina and to Stum? Oh, great route. Great route. Perfect. We've also expanded their capital. So let's grab the Royal Science Expedition. In an effort to promote the kingdom's technological prowess to the world, the Royal Scientific Advisors have proposed we host an expedition in Langenberg. Yeah, we'll finish off this duchy before we go to war again. Oh. You guys just gave up a bunch of land. Interesting. I wonder why you did that. Right, what are we woefully short of in terms of logistics? Okay, infantry armor for 1. Fine. That's another reason we should probably also hold our horses ever so slightly. And that's kind of it, to be honest. We should probably maybe go... At some point, I'd like an extra factory here. Probably an extra one there. And, oh yeah, improving support equipment. In fact, 3's probably there okay, actually. Unless we know, because we're going to go eventually go fire teams, so we're going to need that. Oh, we're paused. No, we lost contact with our scavenger team. Send a rescue! Oh, wow, we've lost a lot of manpower, actually. Probably to the garrisons. Hey, we found them, that's good. Right, so it makes our dudes a little harder. I don't think there's anything else we need here. But you know what, I'm going to go ahead of time on my recon kit, because we're leaning so hard into our special forces. And I'm even going to spend a little points to get the bonus on them. So that sure as heck seems swell. Right, let's improve our chems. So we are starting to get the bottom of our current manpower bucket. Which will improve as this stuff improves. Oh, you guys are cranky. Right, I'm not going to worry about trying to reduce anything until we've killed that deficit. Yeah, go scavenger vehicles, that's fine. Consumer tech. Oh, yes please. Get our stability up a little bit more. That's fine. The other thing we could do is get an intelligence agency on the go. The sneaky bastards. Love it. Maybe they can do some resistance suppression. Hang on. Science expedition. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Recycling does give us some free repair. What's this one? Ah, efficiency cap and growth. Yes, please. Standardized tools. Okay. Yorktown groaned as another batch of crown servants entered the throne room, carrying yet more stacks of submissions for entry into the first Royal Science Expedition of Langenberg. Ever since the initial calls for entry weeks prior, hordes of engineers, scientists, and, let's be honest, garden variety inventors from across the realm have made the pilgrimage to the Royal Palace, in the hopes of earning their spot in the showcase. This was on top of already numerous official submissions made by the King's own team of scientific advisors. What started out as a novel idea to bolster the kingdom's technological reputation across the north had quickly spiralled out into administrative nightmare that was distracting Yorktown from more urgent state affairs. Before the chief royal scientific advisor could make his way out of the throne room to bring in yet more submissions, the king grabbed him by the collar and yanked him to a corner of the hall, and began to suspect that a more clinical approach may be in order here. The bureaucrat let out a nervous smile. What did you have in mind, my lord? Yorktown scratched his chin pensively. Let us begin by setting a clear theme for this year's showcase. It may help us carve out a niche for ourselves, and probably save us the paperwork, the king thought to himself. The crown servant responded enthusiastically. That's a brilliant idea, my liege. No doubt it would catch the eye of specialists from across the region. Alright. We get a bonus. Industrial, electronics, tool procurement, agriculture. Let's go agriculture. Might allow us to go a bit ahead of time on the next one. Okay, the last of her lineage. Are you watching over me, Sophie? Right, let's go up to speed 5. We've captured an operative. Alright. I'm not sure, the whole the spy thing's not massively integrated into the game at the minute, to be honest. You can still use things like resistance suppression. And we will work on that. I will produce consumer goods, keep that stability improving. Okay, I remember, let me show my head in a way. As Yorktown passed from village to village across Langenberg, all he was met with was the smiles of his subjects and the prosperity of his settlements. He had asked Alexander to join the knight's latest patrol of the duchy, a special biannual ceremony designed to both survey the region and showcase the army's upkeep to the people. By now a routine event to the residents of Langenberg, the king's presence on this occasion appeared to have drawn out just about every sightseer in the freezing cold of Manitoba. A thought struck Yorktown as he took in the view. Of all the work he had done since the takeover, of all the sweat he had poured into holding the king together, he had barely had to give the duchy a thought. And why should he have? The foundation had already been laid decades prior. Sophie's long reign having brought on countless public works, technological revolutions, and new economic opportunities. All he had done, really, was simply ensuring that these systems continued to run as intended, and where possible, export them to the wider kingdom. Was this your will all along, was it not, Sophie? This is why you have chosen me, he thought to himself. Even in her last moments, she knew that Yorktown's limitless ambition would be the best vessel for her vision. And at least for now, history had proven her right. Her legacy was safe, but it would not be truly secure until the lights and hopes of Langenberg shined across the north and into the starry night sky above. And for that, more work would need to be done. All Yorktown could hope for was that she would continue to watch over him for what was to come. Base stability. Nice. Okie doke, let's grab... this is not a war one, but we'll grab this one. Cracking the Red Fern. Red Fern is understood to be a especially powerful narcotic stimulant in its pure form, which is resolutely banned from circulation within the kingdom. Recently, however, scientists were able to extract a hitherto hidden medical compound found to counteract even the strongest of infections. May be vital to success in the Blighted Woods. Alright. I feel like we've been pretty successful, but sure. There goes some of our chems. We'll grab some recon. Which we do need to get some update icons for. Okay, what have we got? Hang on. We have found something. Pre-war goods. So we get... Okay, so we just get a boost for 180 days of intel and stuff. And some manpower. Yeah, actually, that is just our manpower back. Okay, let's grab Nathan Steel. Okay, we can torture people. Always fun. Cypher Steel Blueprints or Linguist. Go Linguist, why not? Don't know if that, again, has any effect. All I want you to do is get people to chill out. Let's focus down here because it's the biggest area. And let's see if we can't build a little compliance. Actually, it's going pretty quickly. Oh, how we got all up to road patrols. I like it. And what about down here? You guys still cranky? Still pretty cranky. Meatloaf. Alright, I'm just going to skip that. Event, there's nothing going on. You've cracked the Red Fern. Let us do the Madness Manifest. Except we don't exist anymore. The further we push, the more resistance we meet, the more blood we spill. We cannot, will not stop. We will uncover the source of the horrors that blight our land and put a stop to it, no matter the cost. Okay. No, we can't do that. Not by a long shot. Could we get caravan guards? Just about. Yep, let's keep it here. What's your target? Do you see? So I think that'll be okay. Also means we have enough armor. So let's drop you down to 5. Let's put you onto 3 so we can upgrade our guns a bit quicker. We should get better ones actually. I need to look into that. Anything else? I think we're going to have plenty of planes. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, let's just do another gun. I'm not sure I need more military factories at this stage, to be honest. Back up to 2k people, which is lovely. We were continuing to do these, which I will do just for the sake of it. I mean, it does cost a little bit of money, but we have plenty of money. Send out our scavengers. And do we have a... Oh yeah, get this one. And we'll go to war again, I think. Oh, before we do that. Have we not got... Oh no, we're still short. Okay. I'm going to need... Well, why not you, our new boys? To come here. Actually, I don't like this colour. You're too similar to the red. So our militias are going to be... white. White militias. There we go. Hello. I mean, to be honest, we should our special forces are nice and red, and we should have our main army being some kind of shade of green. There we go. Match our flag. These kind of details are important, of course. Let's do an offensive line. Let's just go see if we can't capture all of that. Since we're about to potentially go to war, let's throw out a few... Throw out one air wing. Let's start initiative party, supporting our knights. Maybe I should produce a few more of these. And a little less what? Let's do one less of you. And... Actually, one less of you. For some reason, we're doing okay for support equipment. So now we have decisions. Demand our rightful territories. Okay. And we'll see what they come back with. We can, of course, manually justify and go to war, if we so desire. Yeah, I'm willing to grab this one. We've got the discount for it as well. And more population and more monthly population is always nice. A little bit of irrigation. Okay, so while that's working its way forward, we could do another duchy. We could do Brandon, which is the big one. Let's grab this bonus to Yorktown for now. Although, yeah, because you're my army commander. There's one thing that our victory over Gunn's crumbling regime has proven. It's that even a patchy, tenuous and hastily assembled coalition can best a mighty opponent. It'll be critical to bear in mind as we move to assimilate the disparate tribes hugging our borders. And we've got a little bit of experience. So you've got demolitions. I wanted to add it to our knights here. Who doesn't even have fire teams. Fire teams? Demolitions. Oh, you don't have chems either. Alright, let's remove demos for just now because we're a bit short on them. Which is just because we're catching up. Oh. Okay. They just gave it to us. Oh, doesn't that feel rather boring? Okay, and we could easily justify it. It wouldn't take very long, I don't think. 100 days, but I don't want to. I want to stick to our events for just now. And we'll see where we go. More military factories. Alright, more guns. Are we really massively short again? Oh wow, you guys were really cranky when we took over. Alright, let's just chill here until this comes down a little bit. No wonder they gave it up. No, I think we were going to go... potentially custodian. Although recruitable pop factor is always good for more people. And maybe we don't need political power quite as much, so why not? Give me that lovely, lovely pop. Ah, sure, we'll do a stimulus package. Why not? And what are you getting for me? You're ahead of time, but you're also at a discount, so let's grab that. Let's grab our upgrade to our AT gun. Okay. We'll keep working on that. We should actually probably go to the 5 different bits so I get a second spy, I think would be useful. Alright, Lessons of Rebellion is done. So we didn't go to war, so we could do this one. Which gives us cheaper core creation cost. Which is quite nice. We don't need it just yet. But let's grab it. The Scarlet Blizzard, the Frostlurks, the Endless Thickets. Some men would argue that staking a claim over this hellscape is little more than a fool's errand. Some men would say it would be best to be content with what we already have. Some men would rather go down in history as mere footnotes. So once compliance is like 95%, you can then core. It does cost quite a lot of political power. So that's something we do have to bear in mind about saving up. But... and I need to remember where the button is actually. There, core state. Which we can't do yet, but we'll build it. Doctrines, not any good ones. Recon equipment, nice. We haven't even finished upgrading the old stuff, but our knights are getting knightified. Ahead of time, ahead of time. Okay, more people doing war that we're not that interested in. Let's grab you. If it, you know, it's quite far ahead of time, but we are getting at half price, and no, let's wait until we've got that army XP so we can get it super quick. I think that would be useful. In the meantime, now we can grab some radio. Ah, you finally popped. Ah, rubbishy scavengers. Alright, let's do these departments actually so we can get more, another second spy before we do anything else. Right, we've done what remains of the north. Yeah, we'll do these bottom two, and then we'll go back to the duchy ones. No one has ever made history by skirting around the toughest choices. I don't even know what that's about. We shall find out. Keep prospecting. Gonna wait till there's 10 of them. Hopefully it won't be too long. Yeah, we've got a little deficit, but not much fun. That was strange timing where everything seems to finish at once. Clean sweep from a research point of view? Well, not quite. I lied. Alright, we can grab some recycling because why not? We're going to want it eventually. Our engineering is all pretty much there. We could grab some radio. Sure. And then... I'll grab that. Ooh, free civilian factories, nice. Let's throw in a civilian workshop here. And then we'll just kit that place out with militaries. And we'll do that. Because why not? Getting to the point after I think we're going to not need it anymore. Right, this is just those organizations. Yeah, have a tariff reduction. I don't really care. Money's fine, although it's not great, but we get a lot. We just spent it. Okay. Revenge against... I can't even remember who. Yorktown sat upon a makeshift throne placed on a wooden stage hastily assembled in the heart of Winnipeg the previous night. At the opposite end of town square stood the gallows, in all their old world glory. In times of peace, they've been used to make an example of the settlement's most heinous criminals, but those days were long behind the kingdom. Instead, on that early morning, Winnipeg's cold breeze greeted those that had dared turn their backs on their countrymen so long ago. The Republican, the oligarch, the man of God. So that's the people that used to be in charge down here. All three stood on stage, surrounded by the city's most loyal soldiers, ready and eager to deliver the justice the traitors had long eluded. In the crowd stood all sorts of subjects, from the young hungering for a show, to the old taking in the cathartic display they had long dreamed of. And yet, across the generations, the seething disdain and contempt was palpable. Rotten fruit and excrements flinging out from across the front rows. Yorktown wished he could join them, wished he could personally wrap his fingers around the necks of those who had robbed him of his future. And yet, he served a grander purpose. His cheek sinking into his fist, he waited patiently for the executioner to finish listing out the innumerable crimes committed over the course of decades. The hooded man eventually glanced over to the king. Yorktown flicked his wrist, as did the executioner. The floor dropped from underneath the traitors, their bodies wriggling and contorting for a few seconds as the nooses tightened around their windpipes, the deafening cheers of the crowd filling the town square. Seconds. All it took was a few seconds for the stain on Manitoba's legacy to be washed away forever. They could look to the future once more. Huzzah! Cool. Alright, and now we're up north. In the heart of the blighted woods, behind waves of freaks and monsters, lies the abandoned Manifest facility. The sound of metal and generators spilling beyond its walls. Someone, something, had reawakened the dormant laboratory, and it fell to us to put it to sleep for good. Come on in, Eugene. Get to work. Right, are these guys chilled out a little bit now? Nope. Have these guys chilled out? Yes. Is that your final offer? Okay, you guys are fine again. I feel at some point we're going to take on the Iron Confederacy here, assuming they win. Oh. So no one could have prepared the knights for what they would find in the old facility. Monstrous humans deformed beyond the bounds of nature. Much to the horror of the veterans, some of the lesser mutated shambling corpses appeared to match the description of a number of soldiers who had gone missing in the chaos that followed the Electoral's attack. Among the cabal found within, they were the lucky ones. The men pushed further into the facility, the waves of abominations thinning as the air grew lighter. Eventually the knights turned a corner, only to be greeted by an unusually pristine corridor. At the end of it, a large hall adorned with giant monitors, each displaying the figure of a young lass draped in unusual garments. Howdy folks, Destiny's the name. A digitized, distorted noise filled the room. Come to say hi to your pals? The cruel AI taunted the knights for minutes on end, vaguely threatening that they would join the ranks of their comrades before long. But derision soon turned to anger, and anger to pleading. It became evident the machine had no tricks left up its sleeves. The knights, on the other hand, were keen to let loose, smashing up servers and displays one by one until the woman had been relegated to a sole, flickering screen. Wait, you might want to keep my memory card on hand. Plenty of useful research on file. Your boss is going to want to see it. Trust me on this one. The squad leader walked up to the AI, not exactly a computer whiz, but a stupid man he was not. A machine this complex would have some backup plan in mind, no doubt, and yet, what if it wasn't lying? What if this facility held the key to the Legion's ambitions after all? He turned to his men. Attack and defense against Manifest Hope? I don't know that. Is that these guys? Nah, just smash it. Don't trust it. Don't trust the machine. Okay, we're doing Foci, so I think we're gonna head down these duchy ones for now. We're doing Brandon, which was the capital of the old Kingdom of Manitoba. For all Guns 2's missteps and alien grip on the realm, Brandon has remained the kingdom's seat of power for years. And as could be expected, the majority of Manitoba's most impressive mines, buildings, and commercial activities reside here. They will lay the foundations for our rebirth. And with that, we'll bring this episode to a close. So we continue to embiggen the Kingdom of Manitoba, although not by a huge amount in this episode. There is a great deal of rebuilding that needs to be done in our glorious kingdom before we can really push the borders. But I think we'll continue to nibble away at the neighbours who hold our rightful clay as we balance out those rebuilding tasks. As ever, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheerio!